Hello and welcome to another edition of Into the Wilderness. We are at the Third Base Bar in Carlton, where they are enjoying we're recording this on a Tuesday evening. We got baseball playoffs on here, but we're going to talk some hockey. Minnesota Wilderness in the first few weeks of their season, now in the second month. And first of all, recapping what's been happening here since the last time we aired the program. The team has been on a roll. 4-0 since the last time we aired. 2 wins against Kenai River at home. Win at home against Austin, and also the previous night in Austin. Players getting honors by the league. Casey Gilling getting second star of the week for the Midwest Division. Also an honorable mention given to Alex Toscano. Previous week it was Tyler Vold as the second star, with Kobe Bender with an honorable mention. Also a quick plug for one of our alums, Casimir Kaskasuo, named a preseason finalist for the Mike Richter Award as the best goaltender in college hockey. So a lot going on with the team.
Yeah, a lot going on. It seems like we just started not too long ago, and now we're already 10 games into the season.
And and just like that, we're going to be through the quarter point of the season. Within a couple weeks.
It's
by
kind
the time
of
our next
crazy.
one runs.
Last 2 weekends have been really good for the boys. I mean, that weekend against Kenai, we scored a bunch of goals and got some guys some confidence, and really rolled over into that Austin weekend. Austin's a really tough team, and both games were playoff caliber hockey, and 2 really good wins for our team, and for a lot of young guys on our team, those 2 Austin wins are huge for them with their confidence and their belief. And now we got a weekend with the Magicians coming up here, so.
Right. Yeah, I got the Magicians coming up this weekend. This will air the day after the first game against the Magicians. On Thursday night, they'll be on the road down in Richfield for the second game of that series on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So let's give you our trivia question. And by the way, congrats to, I believe it's Chandler Beaupre.
Yeah.
For answering our last trivia question. That was Ryan Anderson, who has had the most wins in a season since the team entered the NAHL, has that record. But for this trivia question, on the current roster, of course, the state with the biggest representation on the current roster is obviously Minnesota.
Yep.
But what state is second to Minnesota with the most players on the roster? And so go ahead and give that answer to us on our Twitter page at MN Wilderness, or through Facebook, Minnesota Wilderness NAHL. When we do our final segment, I will give you a hint on that, on what that state may be.
Shouldn't be
People
too
are
hard
going to
to
have to
figure
look for
out.
that.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break. We've got Chase Monroe coming up, and also assistant coach Josh Petrich. So we'll be back with more Into the Wilderness in a moment. Back at Third Base Bar for this edition of Into the Wilderness. And ever since the Minnesota Wilderness was founded, this team has had a good long string of top-notch goaltenders that have been able to move on to the next level. First year it was Gordy Dayfield. Second year, everybody around here knows about Casimir Kaskasuo going to Minnesota Duluth. And last season was Brock Coates, and Dayfield going on to Lake Superior State. Brock Coates from last season now at Minnesota. And now we have Chase Monroe as the number 1 goaltender on the team. No pressure, but thanks for joining us here.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
So when you think about that, first of all, of the history of this team and what in the short history that they've had here, how does that affect you as far as your preparation for the season coming in and going in every game?
I mean, knowing that this team has, like their track record of goaltenders is great. So, that gives me an opportunity to, if I play the way that I know I can play and need to play, that, there's going to be people watching out there. Obviously, our coaches have been getting the goalies' names out there, have been getting college coaches in town and watching. So it's been working out well, and that's what I'm hoping for here in the near future.
Sure. 4-0 run here over the last few games. So what would you say has been the difference in your game over these last 4 compared to what has been going on at the beginning of the season?
Just trying to play a simple game of hockey. As a goalie, you're supposed to stop the puck, and the way I've been playing lately, I feel like the pucks have just been hitting me. not trying to, go really dramatic in my save, just kind of using my size to my advantage, being the big goalie I am, and just, kind of being in the way of the puck and just making those easy saves that I have to make. So,
I get what you're saying, because I think a lot of players, when they're in the right position, they can make a lot of saves look routine.
Right, absolutely.
And then when you're out of position, a lot of times that's when a lot of those big highlight reel saves come in,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Yeah,
Those are the ones that SportsCenter often likes to show. So let's talk about your path. You have been in the NAHL system for even before you were in the NHL, you were in the NAPHL.
NAPHL for 2 years, correct.
So then, talk about where you started and what got you here.
So I signed a tender out of my second year in the NAPHL with Wichita Falls Wildcats in the South Division. Played there a full season in the 2013-2014 run. Went back there last year thinking I was, going to play another full season there, and things didn't work out. After Blaine last year, I got sent to Fairbanks, Alaska. Played there up until Christmas time, and then we were heading home for Christmas break, and I found out that a college goalie that recently played for Fairbanks was making the return to North
Kevin
American
Aldridge,
League.
sure.
Correct. So they just kind of told me, I got to get out of here, and they helped me find a place. So I ended up playing for the Michigan Warriors to end the season, and then that team ended up folding at the end of last year. So it's just and then I got picked up here. So it's been around the league a little bit.
Seems like you've been through the ringer a little bit, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've crisscrossed the country, though. You've gotten to see some things in this time.
Absolutely.
In one of those games with Fairbanks, you beat the Wilderness. I think I saw in the records.
Yeah, I believe that was the Halloween game last season. So, but
give you an idea of this team, or did you? To give you some familiarity before you came up here, at least a little bit.
In a way, it was a while ago, so I can't really remember the exact style of play that they played and all that stuff. But I remember playing them, and I remember that game a lot. So, they're a good team, and it was a good game. So obviously, I'm looking at when I came here, I was like, I remember that game, and I know who the Wilderness are.
Sure. Now, growing up, what kind of goaltenders did you want to model yourself after?
My favorite goalie when I was growing up was Martin Brodeur from New Jersey.
Okay.
I don't think we had the same style of play, but I just really liked him as a goaltender in general. His work ethic, his compete level, and he's played in the league for how many years, so
right.
It's someone I really admired. But nowadays, growing up now and kind of looking at goalies in more of a style and like how they play kind of way, I like to kind of portray myself after Devin Dubnyk of Minnesota. So I think we both have the size, we both have kind of the same style of play, so it's cool to watch him.
Sure. You had, I was getting back to the last couple weeks here, you had a series against Kenai where you had, not a whole lot of traffic in front of you. A lot of play was kind of tilted in their end. Austin was much different.
Yeah.
Is there a particular game that you enjoy better? Do you like to see more action just to keep your head in the game more often? Or?
Yeah, a lot of shots are nice. Obviously, it can get hectic and scary at times, but the way we kind of play defense is the shots I see are a lot of perimeter shots. So it keeps me in the game. And, I'm still seeing shots and chances against, but it's the saves that I should be making. So it keeps us in a good spot.
Sure. Describe that save on Saturday night, if you can, on the breakaway that came up just right around the last minute there, which really I think was a game saver.
Yeah. I don't know. It was the same guy that actually scored on me earlier with the breakaway. So I just couldn't let him have two of that game. So I just bared down and let him make the first move and ended up saving that one. So
really,
yeah, it was good.
Is that a style of yours then, to let them kind of make the first move, or is that kind of
that's just generally how goalies
you want to
look at breakaways. Try to make them make the first move, and then you just kind of foul afterwards.
Sure.
So
yeah. There's times when you see an opening, you want to get a poke check in there. Right?
Poke checking.
Sure. So tell us about your helmet there. I know that
Right.
You know, this sometimes can define in many ways, you know, the way people see a goaltender and all that stuff. But is there anything here that what is?
This season, I don't know. I usually go with more personal mask, but this season I really kind of wanted to go with the team mask. So obviously we have our logo on this side, the Minnesota Wilderness logo, and then our little mascot. What is this? A wolf type thing?
Something like that.
Whatever timber is.
We
So,
got a creature of some kind. Yeah.
that's on this side. On the chin, it reads Money,
Money,
which
right.
is short for Monroe.
Sure.
I don't know. It's been a nickname of mine for a little while. And on the top here, it's probably hard to see, but in the fine print it says Love, Hope, Strength, which is a foundation that my neighbor actually created out in Colorado
Okay.
for cancer research.
Oh,
so
terrific.
I wear that on my helmet now.
Okay. And what does it
And
say on the
then-
back?
On the back plate.
Oh, okay.
So a tribute for my father.
Okay.
I put that on there, and then just a wolf and some trees on the back here. So it's yeah, I mean it's a little personal, but I kind of wanted to go more towards the team style this year
Sweet.
and to match the pads a little bit. So
Awesome. That's great. So, real quick, I guess your goals for this year. I guess obviously you'd want to look at a Division I. I'm guessing a scholarship of some kind.
yeah, just try to give the team as much chance they can to win a hockey game. I mean, winning's always fun, and I think that's the biggest goal as a goalie. Just try to win. People are gonna respect you and recognize you. So that's kind of what we're looking at this year.
Right. And be kind of a team leader. I mean, you are the elder statesman on this squad here,
Yeah,
being the oldest
kid.
guy on the team. So.
Yeah, I mean, I played in the league a lot now, so I mean, I kind of know the routes and stuff. So try to help out the younger guys if they need anything, or speak up when needed. So.
All right. Great. Chase, thanks a lot for joining us here.
Absolutely.
And good
Thanks
luck the rest
for
of the way.
having me.
All right, Chase Monroe. We'll be back with more Into the Wilderness in a moment. Back on Into the Wilderness, we're at the third base bar where they've got baseball on the TV, and I'm sure they'll have some hockey later on. It is that time of year. They got hockey, you got NHL, NCAA, all that going on, along with you guys playing. I mean, this is it.
We're the most important, though, right?
Definitely.
There we go.
I wasn't going to come here and talk about the Winnipeg Jets or anything like that. So
I watched the Winnipeg Jets last night. They were playing the Islanders.
I did. That was an afternoon game, a Columbus Day game.
Yeah.
In
I watched
Brooklyn.
it. Yes, Columbus Day game in Brooklyn.
Right.
That's a weird looking rink too.
I know. I'm trying to figure out the configuration there and where people can actually see the action. I saw a lot of parts there where it looked like it'd be hard to see it.
Yeah, no, it's a different rink. But I know one of the guys that plays for the Islanders. He loves it. Says it's really loud.
Oh.
Said the atmosphere is way better than what they used to have. So that's huge.
Yeah. Really? The
Yeah.
old barn? The Nassau Coliseum? You didn't care for
I don't know if they filled it.
True.
They're filling the Barclays Center, so maybe that's the difference.
Barclays Center at most is like, was it 12, 15,000 or something like
it's
that?
smaller.
It's not
So better fit for him, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
So-
I grew up loving the Islanders. I mean, it was the Islanders and the Red Wings were my team. And
I like it.
Obviously now I love the Wild,
We do too.
but So this time of year, I mean, do you look forward more to the college start or the pro start?
Kind of both. I look forward to watching our guys succeed at the college level. We've got so many guys now, so I look forward to that. And I track those guys pretty well and stay in touch with them about how they're doing. But like the home or the season opener for the Wild, we went and watched that. That was really exciting. It was fun to see that. So it's probably 65 college, the rest pro. So we keep it busy enough in our league that sometimes you don't even look forward to watching hockey.
Okay, so we've seen quite a good turnaround for you guys over the last few weeks. 4-0 over the last couple weeks. What's been the difference, you think?
Well, I think it starts when you look at the start. Fairbanks is a really good team, and we were really young and inexperienced, and they'd already played 2 real games. So I don't think that's really a fault to us. I think that's just opening season jitters with all that. Since then, we're 6-1-1. And so
Right.
I mean, not even the last 3 weeks and last 8 games, we've been very good. Goaltending's been lights out. The one game that we lost in regulation, it wasn't so good early on. So goaltending's been lights out, and adding guys like Klein and those guys back, that experience has been huge too, and you're just getting a little more experience in the lineup. So it's been a combination of things. Guys are figuring out what the league's about. We're getting some good goaltending, and our veterans are stepping up. And the other thing that people don't realize is we played those first 3 games without Alex Toscano,
Right.
and he's been really important for us.
Right.
So.
You talked about Chase. How big of a save was that Saturday night in the third period before that final minute?
Well, when the guy started on the breakaway, I was like,
Yeah.
and then, but we felt really confident with Chase, and so, I mean, I'm sitting there going, God, we get a power play, we score a power play goal, next
Right.
shift, we'll give one up. And so
Right.
it's been up and down a little bit.
It was one of those things where you were holding your breath as it was happening,
Here's what I'll say is we didn't, Austin outplayed us. I mean, I'm a little more happier right now than I was when we talked on Saturday night during the game.
I know.
I was a little sour. We weren't playing very well. I personally think, and Corey agrees with me, they outplayed us Friday night down there.
Yeah.
In sense of hard work and getting after it. We're more skilled than they are, and that showed through. Our power play was really good on Friday night, 2 for 5 again. And then on Saturday too, our power play. I mean, we have the best power play in the league right now, and so that's helping us win games too.
Sure.
But that's those skilled kids. I mean, that's what they bring to the table. We're deadly on the power play, and that's something we've got to continue to do.
Compare Chase's play over these last 2 games compared to the way the season started for him. What's been the big difference?
If you look back, every year Chase's first game has been rocky. And I don't know what that is. He touched on it when you talked to him about, he didn't play well in his first game and Wichita traded him. Mm-hmm. And so every game he's kind of rocking that first game. He's really settled in. He's a very, very quality goalie. We really like him. We're really excited about having him. We're happy he chose us he was a free agent this summer, and so we're really, and he's a veteran, and he's a guy, and when you look at it, it's 20-year-olds that win in this league, and it's good goaltending that wins in this league, and so Chase is bringing both of that right now to the table, and, he's done an awesome job. I think he's just settled in a little more, just been a little more himself, He did that first game. He did sit there for a long time. I mean, he sat on the ice waiting for the game to start for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that.
True. That I suppose.
I don't know if that played into his mentality or not. But it's he's a very, very good goalie, and we're very excited to have him here.
Compare, I guess, if there's a way to compare his where he's at 10 games into this season as to where Brock was last season and Kaz was 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, Kaz's first 10 games, he took the league by storm. He lost to Fairbanks, but he played really well. And then we played Frank the next night, and then Kaz played, I think, 3 of the next 4. And then he went on a tear where,
He had several shutouts in a row.
Yeah, well, he went on a tear where he had 4 or 5 shutouts in a row. And so, I mean, Kaz's start was lights out. Brock is a different story where,
he had injuries at the beginning.
He had injuries in the beginning, and so he kind of came in sluggish, didn't play great in the showcase, but he got in a point probably at games 4 through 10 that he was lights out, and then he got hurt again.
Right.
But I think that's been a recipe for us is to have solid goaltending from the start, and it's not going to happen every game. We're very smart about that. We realize that we're not going to get good goaltending every night.
Right.
But we feel like we play in a system that if we don't get good goaltending, we're still going to limit their chances. That if he gives up one bad one, I mean, you look at Ryan Anderson last year, and Ryan Anderson would have games where we'd feel like he'd give up a bad goal here or a bad goal there. We'd still win.
You'd still win.
We'd still win, and so it's we feel like we're a very goalie-oriented system, and that helps out a lot.
Sure. So let's take a look here. Your lines have been solid, at least as far as you're getting production. It seems like somebody steps up. It seems like every night, and I know this always changes here. We're looking at the line chart from the last game here. So, but you had like Tyler Klein, of course, got the game winner in the last game. Casey Gilling had a 4-assist night. Or 4-assist weekend.
Yeah.
Michael Mann's produced, and you can always. And Jake Hammaker has had a great start. It looks like forward-wise, you guys have a good start.
That's what we want to be. We want to be a team that we might not have that elite first line that leads the league in scoring, but our 4 lines are better than anybody's 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? Our 4 lines are comparable to everybody's top 2. And we want to play with depth. We don't like running a line over use. You know, we're tracking time on ice this year, and we're really looking at it greatly to try to make sure that we're a balanced attack. Just because it's such a long season, we want to keep everybody fresh. We don't want to have to run Tyler Klein into the ground. I think we did that with Darren Romanko a little bit. There was points where Darren was just overtired because he's on our first PP, he's on our first PK. And he's our clutch center too, and so we're trying to keep the lineup as balanced. And when it's all said and done, this is the most talented team we've ever had up front. And that's crazy saying coming off a championship team. I don't think we can't guarantee that's going to equal wins,
No.
but the skill that they have and the ability that they have is the best. And Corey just said it today. We had a meeting today, and Corey said it. It's the most skilled group of forwards we've ever had.
And that's saying something.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
is. Okay, okay. We're based on time. We'll condense this then. New update then on the team. Then Aaron Miller's coming back.
Yeah, Aaron Miller decided that he wasn't having he wasn't fully enjoying his experience. He's playing very well down there, and their coaching staff loved him, and he loved their coaching staff. But he likes being home, and his family is here. Aaron hasn't had the greatest life. He's a very strong kid mentally and physically, and he's put up with a lot, and he's made a lot of what he's been dealt with, and so. But when it's all said and done, he's very close with his family, and he wanted to get back closer to him. And we're very excited to have him. We didn't really get involved in it. We told him that he had to talk with Sioux Falls and Bemidji and make sure they were both okay with it on the same page. And both of them supported it greatly, and so we're very excited. He'll wear number 20 for us, going back to what he wore in high school. And it'll be great to have, for the 3rd year in a row, we'll have a Superior kid wearing number 20.
All right. Hey, Superior kids, that's
We love them.
ones,
We love
Why
them.
not?
Yeah, gritty, nitty, dirty.
That's right.
So
All right. Where's it gonna show up here on this?
we told him he's going to start on the 4th line, and he's
Okay.
got to work his way up.
Okay.
Really? He thought no. I mean, he's a returning 60-point guy. Like, he's an elite player in our league. But he at the same time, he's got to come in with the right mindset. We've had this conversation, now twice in our time that we've been here. We had it with Darren Romanko when he came back last year. And, we had it with Tyler Klein, and they both came back and they produced very well. We expect Aaron to do the same as what he did last year or better. Okay. But you have to mentally be in the right mind frame, and he is. He looked really good today. He was on the ice for practice today. And we're very excited to have the fans welcome him back when he skates out on Thursday.
All right. And that this show will air on the 16th, but we'll look forward to folks being able to check him out. So
absolutely.
looking forward to that, definitely. All right, we'll come back and we'll get Aaron Hansen here to talk about specials before we wrap up this edition of Into the Wilderness. And we're back on Into the Wilderness, and we are at Third Base Bar, joined by the bar manager, Kaylee Tassone.
Hi.
There, I screwed up first, so that way you can.
Right, thank you.
So, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, what's going on with the bar here?
This weekend we are having Pam's Benefit, which is actually the manager. I am just filling in. She is really sick right now, and we're hoping for some support. It's going to be down at the Four Seasons, and if you could just come down, check it out. We're going to have tons of raffles, and it's going to be great if you could show up.
Terrific. So, what exactly has happened? What happened to Pam, if you may?
We're not exactly sure what's wrong with her. She's just really sick right now, and she just needs your help.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, great. Great that you guys are doing that and showing that support for coworker.
Right. Yes.
So, you guys have been very supportive of the Wilderness since it started, and a great place for people to come by for pregame and postgame. What kind of weekly specials do you guys have here?
We have daily specials every day, and we also have a brand new menu. Right now, if you come in, you can get a free ticket to the Wilderness, and on the back, you get a free drink. So if you come in after the game, you can come in and get a free drink right after.
Also, Halloween. Anything that is going to be happening for you guys here?
If you visit our Facebook page, we are now having a contest. If you choose our costumes, me and Davis, you can win a $25 gift card. So that's pretty cool.
Somebody's going to choose
Somebody's
your
going to
costume?
choose our costumes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so if we pick yours, you get a $25 gift card, and we also are giving out prizes for first, second, and third best costume.
Okay, there's like a multiple choice kind of thing, or can somebody just throw in suggestions?
Yeah, they can throw in any suggestion
Really?
they want, so this is going to be pretty interesting for
That-
us.
Are you ready for anything that may come
I am
up?
ready for anything. It's Davis that is a little shy about
Oh,
it.
is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're the one that's the, okay, very good. You're the brave
I'm the
one.
instigator.
No. Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much, Kaylee. for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much.
All right.
Come to the third beat.
All right, we'll wrap up this edition of Into the Wilderness in a moment. Back on Into the Wilderness, and coming up this week, first of all, community events. What have the boys been doing?
Yeah, we had this Sunday, the 11th, we were out at Children's Fall Festival at the Cloquet Middle School. A couple hours is kind of a carnival type deal, and I think the guys really enjoyed it. I actually got an email from Joy today, Joy Nelson, who ran the event, and said our guys did a great job there, and I think they had a lot of fun doing that. They were out there for a couple hours, signing some autographs, doing a couple hockey stations and bouncy house and stuff, so it was kind of cool. They're still, I think they're going to read every week here coming up. I mean, I think they kind of do that through the entire season. So a couple times a week they go out to different schools and read.
Okay.
Coming up, we got our breast cancer awareness weekend, which is the 23rd and 24th against Minot. So our guys will be wearing special pink jerseys for that weekend. Then we'll auction them off throughout the weekend, and 100% of the proceeds go to breast cancer awareness.
Sure.
So that's really cool. And then we're going to do a couple community events leading up to that. We're going to bag some groceries at Super One next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe, from 4:30 to 7. Yeah, and I mean we always, we get emails all the time about going to skate. I think we're going to skate with the Woodland Youth Hockey Association for a little bit, just trying to figure out some dates with that. I mean, the guys are going to be busy out in the community. We like to get them out there and helping out and doing all sorts of stuff. So
I'm trying to picture these kids in a bouncy house.
I
Were
know,
the guys in the bouncy house, or what?
No. The guys were not in the bouncy house. They were regulating.
Oh, okay. Policing
So,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Not making sure there wasn't too many kids in there.
Right. Because
So-
I think there's a weight limit,
Yeah. So, and then we have Halloween weekend in a couple weeks away, which is going to be a fun weekend for us. We have 2 home games. Friday night's going to be senior night, senior night. So all seniors will get $2 tickets for admission.
Senior, as in senior citizens?
Senior citizens,
Okay.
yep. And then Saturday night, we're going to do a ladies' night, along with a lot of Halloween stuff. We're going to have a Halloween costume contest. All kids that come to the game are going to get a little bag of candy.
Okay.
So the ladies' night will be $2 admission for girls, all girls. And then we're going to do $10 and $15 wristbands, so it's all you can drink. So $10 for the girls and $15 for guys.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have a skate with the Wilderness after the game. So it'll be a cheap date to bring your girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever it is to the game and watch a good weekend of hockey.
Right. So that's coming up Halloween weekend.
That's Halloween weekend, yeah.
Okay.
So that's still a little
Awesome.
bit away.
We got a little bit, but it's good to go ahead and get that in.
Yeah.
So excellent. So that again, the Magicians coming up. It'll be 16th and 15th and 17th, October 15th, 17th, and then Minot. And then also a third game that weekend. They've got 2 at home against Minot, and then go to Cooley region on October 25th, a Sunday game down in La Crosse.
I guess I didn't see that.
I saw it. I mean, unless the schedule changed.
No, I think that's right. Actually, you say it, and it sounds familiar. So
Okay. All right. And also all games on fasthockey.com, home games on Cat 7. Recapping our trivia, what state next to Minnesota, the second highest representation on the team that has the most players? So there, and just a reminder, folks, there's 5 players on that team,
That's your
on
hint?
that from that state.
That's your hint?
5. Yeah, that's my hint. There's 5 players on that. So
I think I could probably guess it.
okay. Well, that'll take care of this edition of Into the Wilderness. I want to thank Josh Petrich and Chase Monroe, and also Aaron Hansen, and also Ryan Poltoma for joining us, and Eric Lippinen's work behind the camera. I'm Marty Hill. Have a good week.